Now let's quickly open up my Visual Studio. So I'm just opening up my Visual Studio 2010. So it has been open. Now let me just quickly and go to my file. Let's say new. Let me select a website because I want to create a website. I'm going to select my .NET Framework configuration 4, and depending upon your configuration, you can select .NET Framework. But for Entity Framework, your framework should be must above 3.5 or 3.5. It means you need to have a Visual Studio 2008 or above. Okay, so I'm selecting 4, that is my .NET Framework 4, and my code is Visual C Sharp. I'm going to select an empty website. Let's give a nice name. Yes, website 1. Now the website 1 is been created successfully. Now let me go quickly to my Solution Explorer. Let's say right click. Let me add up something. Let me add a new item. Let's say add. I'm going to add a default.axp page. Let me go to my design mode. Let's quickly go to my toolbox. Let me add up the grid view. Yes, the grid view has been added. Now, yes friends, now let's go and add a ADO.NET entity model. So for that I'm going to again go to my Solution Explorer. Let's say right click, let's say add new item. So friends, can you see here the 3 icons are there, that is ADO.NET data model, ADO.NET entity object generator, ADO.NET self tracking entity generator. But right now currently in this, for this video, I am going to select entity data model because our session is about entity data model. So that's why I'm going to select the entity data model. So as you can see, the extension is also EDMX. EDMX is nothing but entity data model only. It is the extension for entity data model. So let's say add. So it is asking me to create app folder or not. I will say yes, create the app folder. Now generate from the database. It is asking me now from which database you want to link this entity data model. So I'm going to select the database. Let's say next. Let me choose yes, entity DBO. I want the database which I'm going to use. And the friends, can you see the entity connection string? This is a connection string from which this entity framework is just use use as a connection to connect to to our database. This is a connection string which entity uses to connect to the database, and this is the name, that is entity entities. Let's go and say next. And it is retrying the database information. See, we have a tables. Yes, that is customer and product, and I do have a store procedure also. Let me select everything. uh, right now let's not select this store procedures because this I'm going to show you separately. So let's say finish. Now the entity EDMX file has been creating. Let's wait for some time. Yes, it has been creating. Yes, yes friends, can you see the EDMX file has been created? That is a customer, because we have a customer class, sorry, we have a customer table, and we have a customer product also. Okay, and can you see the relationship? Because we have a customer ID, which is nothing but a foreign key for this product, and the primary key for the customer table. so that's why it is having a relationship. Okay, now let's save this. Let's build and check whether everything is fine or not. Yes, it is it is fine. Build succeeded. Now come back to our default.asp speech. So let's go to our solution explorer. Friends, let me just show you something. See, model.edmx file is at the end, it's nothing but a XML file only. Let me just show you what I mean that. See, let me just right click and open with XML editor. Okay, see, at the behind code of this entity model is nothing but the XML code only. Can you see, everything is in the XML format only. So this is our entity name, that is customer product, the table name, and this is the entity type name, that is customer, and the primary key customer ID, and yes, the two varchar, that is customer amount and the customer name. Okay, and again the product, that is product ID, and product name, product price, quantity, customer ID. Yes, so see, this is our relationship, that is customer ID and the customer ID. Can you see the relationship? So at the end, the entity data model is nothing but XML file only. Yes, means it becomes very easy for other languages to communicate with this entity data model, because at the end it's nothing but the XML file only. Okay, so yes, I just wanted to show you this how the entity model looks like. So just open up this, let's close now. So now let's go back to our grid view. Let's automatically generate from the wizard. Sorry. So now let's say choose the data source. I'm just choosing my data source. It's a new data source. So this is how basically we create entity data model in the Visual Studio 2008. It's very simple. Yes, so friends, choosing the data source type, here we have entity data source, so so that's why we need to select the entity here. Select entity data source 1, let's say okay, and the name connection, let's select name connection, that is entity entities. Yes, the default connection, yes. Let's say next, entity set name. Let's say entity set name is nothing but the table names. It is asking which table name we want. I am going to select customers here. Yes, select all. Yes, I need everything to be displayed in my data grid, so I'm selecting all, that is customer ID, customer name, customer amount. Enable the automatic insert update deletes. If you want, you can enable this, or if you don't want, you can keep it disabled only. I'm enabling. Let me just enable this automatically. Let's say finish. So yes, now the grid view is asking me if you want to enable the paging, sorting, editing, deleting, selection. I'm going to select everything. I need everything. Yes, I enabled everything. Let's finish. Let's save it. Now let's run it. For running, I'm going to use Control F5. Yes, the local development server is been creating. Yes, yes, friends. Can you see? Now it is been using a entity data source, and it is by using that entity data source link, everything the entity, whatever the entity framework has been created, all the data has been showing in our grid view. It's very simple. as we are using our normal SQL data source. Now entity framework is also become one type of data source by for the displaying our datas in the data grid. This is a simple demo of how to create an entity data model. Okay, it's very simple. You can do the edit, update, delete. See, you can do, if I do edit, just like a normal insert, update, delete, it will show update. If I want to do edit, let's say guru, just convert it to gurus. Let's say update, it will update. Yes, so everything is happening through the entity data source only. So now you have seen the how to create an entity data model. It's a simple normal example. Okay, so now let's go and add our custom code, like how to create the object using our classes on objects, how to create, I'm sorry, how to load our data grid view through our custom code. And we will also see how to fire the queries, that is select, insert, update, delete, through the link queue query, that is nothing but a language integrated query. So let's see the demo for that.